Hi. So today we have Sneha Mehta, one of my students from Calcutta, whom I had taken a mentoring session in the ICI GMCS classes. And now she's gone all the way to the US and done something commendable in terms of academic qualifications. So we are here to hear her story. So welcome to the show, Sneha. And yeah, to just commence the conversation, please tell us something about your formative years. Where were you born? What were your aspirations as you grew up? How did you come across this CA path, etc.?
Thank you for having me, sir. It's been an honor to sit with you and do this podcast. As I remember, in 2015, we did a GMCS session with you, and it seems like life has come to a full circle at this moment. So to begin with, so I was born in a very small town in West Bengal, and as a student, I was a very hardworking student, and I would say I was very good in studies. Having said that, I was really into fashion designing during that time when I just cleared my class 12 exams and all the stuff. But my dad did not approve it because at that time it was a taboo and it was not considered a good profession for a girl to be in. So we had to drop that idea. At that time, like I'm talking about 2011, 12, all my friends were doing CA, like 95% of them who are from the commerce background. So under peer pressure, and I did not had better idea what to do since I had no other plans at that time. So I started doing CA. That's how I began, and then I cleared CPT in a go, and also IPCC journey was pretty much smooth. I was also doing graduation along with it, so that was going parallelly on the side. And I also did my articleship from Calcutta, and then I moved to Asansol. So it was like a break. And in May 2016, I would say, I gave my first attempt for CA finals, and I did not clear it. Like the 3 to 4, I clear. So I remember that my first group of CA finals, I cleared that in May 2019, and then I was preparing for second group, and I gave the exams pretty much in November 2019, but I didn't clear, and then COVID happened, and then I decided in between, like I was already considering dropping CA all these years, but I did not have the guts, or I did not have a plan B as to say what to do next, because I have been pursuing it for like 10 years. Like it was a very long span of time, and I was very much into it, doing it. And like the CA was the pretty much end goal of my life. I made it like that. So in 2021 and 2020 and 21, when COVID hit,
So how many
I
attempts did
decided,
you take CA
frankly,
final?
I have like lost the number of counts. So I was giving CA finals from May 16, and the last attempt I gave was in 2021. I think it was in July. So 9 to 10 attempts, but in COVID we just had one attempt, like in 2020. So pretty much around 9 to 10
And
attempts.
what were the
I almost
bottlenecks
said
every time? This 2 4 marks or something like that? Two
yes.
marks,
It
four
was
marks.
like 2 4 marks. I was losing exemptions every time. Like I was really good in law and accounts. So every time I would get like 59, 59, like that, and I would miss like few marks here and there. I'm pretty good in accounts and law. I mean, I loved studying both these subjects. So I used to like guide my friends in law and accounts. I remember, but I didn't get an exemption and they cleared. So it's a part of life. So but it didn't happen. And when I actually decided to drop CA in like when during May 19 attempt, I thought of dropping the attempt, but I cleared. And it was a very bittersweet moment for me because I was mentally prepared to give up. After that was my final attempt, but I cleared, and then I thought, I could like give one more try, and it was a trap. I would say
So you
I just
cleared
got
one
stuck.
group, is it?
Yes, I cleared final one group. Second group is still pending. Yeah.
And then,
So
acha, so interestingly, so I mean, this is a story of perseverance, a story of persistence. That for years you've kept on appearing for the
yes,
exam. Finally, you cleared
yes,
half of the exam in one way, like one
yes,
group. And then
yes.
what happened?
I was bent like to clear the exams like by hook or crook. I would say I had no social life. I was not on social media. I didn't travel. My family used to go and have fun, go travel, and I did not go anywhere. I lost friends in the way. Only me, my books, and the room. That was my life for like from May to 2021 July, like the last attempt which I gave. That was pretty much my life. I did not enjoy any single thing. I don't remember any. If I look back, and people do create memories, right? I don't have any memory because I was just studying. That's it. Only attempts after May, November. And it was like sometimes I got like stuck like 198, 197. And it was always like, I should give one more attempt. Maybe it will happen this time. I should not give up. Also, there was a lot of peer pressure. I won't lie. My parents, they were like, I was a really good student. So they expected a lot out of me, that I would clear exams. And I am the first generation in my family who has studied so much. No other person, my siblings are studying, but no other than me. So they had so much high expectations from me, both from my mom's family and from my dad's family. So it was a lot going on in my parents' side as well. Personally, also seeing my friends clearing the exams and getting jobs and moving forward in life. I just thought this is the only way I can be successful, and it was not happening. I was really trapped badly. I had like lot of mental breakdowns and like panic attacks and anxiety attacks. I did not understand during that time, and everyone just thought that you are afraid of, you are scared of sitting in exams. You normally have all these fears before giving exams. It's normal. We normalize this, but in my case, it was really different. I was a person as a student, going back to in my school days. I loved giving exams. I loved studying. So I used to wait for exams because I like to see myself, my name in the ranks, like top 10 or top 15. So it was that while growing up. So, and as a person, I was a very confident person. But during this journey, my confidence, like I fell, and I had developed a low self-esteem. So a lot of things happened. So it was a very difficult decision for me to like drop CA all of a sudden. I was not also ready myself to give up because I have never given up in life. So it was
Mm.
like that.
And then what was your redemption point? How did the next phase of your life come into the picture?
So I remember in July attempt in 2021, I had a really bad panic attack in the exam hall. It was my cost paper, and I knew I had practice similar questions. And after all these attempts, you really know so many things, like you understand so many things, how the papers come, the suggested answers, RTPs, MTPs, like past, and I have done everything. Like you name it, I can say it. I can like tell you which attempt this question was there. My preparation was of that level. So I saw the questions, and it felt pretty familiar and everything. I was like all set to give the exams, but after the 15 minutes, the time like stopped, like the reading time stopped. I started writing the paper and I blanked out, and it was really bad. I could not write a single word in the paper, and I don't know what happened. And I left the exam hall in between, and I decided not to turn back. Now this is it. I cannot hamper myself more, and I cannot get stuck for such a long time. After that, like my husband, he has a really big role to play in this. He always motivated me to give my exams and with CA and everything. My discussions with him, like people have romantic discussions, I never had. We had like, I have this timetable, I have this schedule, I need to complete DT this month, then I'll go do cost, and then I'll do revisions. We had discussions like this. I was so focused. Then he said that you need to stop somewhere, like draw a line when to move ahead. Like you cannot just get stuck here, you cannot do this forever. So I decided to quit then, and I did start looking for other options as well, like CPA, CFA, and I did my research. But it did not suited me because I was not mentally prepared now to give any competitive exams. The percentage that they have, like just like 10%, 50% can clear the exams. I could not get in the trap. I could not take that pressure of like not clearing. If there is also like 50% of chance that I may not be able to clear, I did not want to take that now. He suggested, he was already in US, he had already done his masters here, so he had a pretty good knowledge about uh, the masters and everything over here. So he suggested me, why not to think something else, like masters or MBA. So that course will be like a time, there will be like a specific time the course will end, and it will also give me a degree at the end of the course. So I will not feel incomplete now. So I like that idea. I did my research, and that's how I like decided to do the masters. And here I am, like I completed my degree, and it feels like something achieved finally in life.
So tell us more about, this US thing, like which university did you choose, what course, what is the fee? Because a lot of people would want to aspire to go to the US to study. Are there any scholarship options? Is there any loan option? So let's say you did not take a loan, but is there a loan
Yes.
option? Does one have
Yes.
to pledge a collateral, or is it unsecured?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are there
Mm-hmm.
options like that? And then how is the curriculum there, studying with different people? And then finally, like, what are the kind of job options if someone were to think that can you start up on your own? Are there good job options? So how was that whole experience of being in the US?
Okay, so the
Studying.
process of getting an admission over here is, I would say there are a lot of steps to get admission over here. So firstly, you need to decide, you need to sort down where you want to go, like either like East Coast or like West Coast, and then you have to narrow down your options accordingly. If you are a really good student, you can go like in the Ivy League colleges, but considering my situation, I did not think it is a pretty rigorous process, the getting admission in Ivy League colleges, and I did not want to take that burden. So I decided to opt for other colleges as well, which are really really good. So uh, and my husband is based in Connecticut. We are based in Connecticut. So I was pretty much looking at the options in Connecticut and in New York City. So there are like few colleges that are really good in this area. So I pretty much Googled it. I researched about it. Since I had a advantage that Pritesh, my husband, was already here, so he could really help me with the research. I could like give him the colleges, the name of the colleges, and he would already know someone or something about it. So that was a plus point, I would say, add on. So I decided to like I actually applied to like four colleges over here, universities, I would say, and I got the admit letter from three of them. So you need to there is a process. So the admissions open, the applications open pretty much from May. It
So
starts
it's
the
the
applications
GMAT, you have
open.
to take the GMAT or the GRE.
Oh, so the thing is, due to COVID, I did not, the GRE option was waived. So luckily, I did not need to give a GRE or GMAT, but an IELTS, I had to give an IELTS, which is pretty much common. Like you need to give IELTS to move to any country, which is like in any foreign country. Sorry. So luckily that was waived, but I needed to submit a statement of purpose that is pretty standard over here. You need to write what was your past, what are your future, what you want to do in future. It's like an essay, and you need letter of recommendations from your teachers, professors, or wherever you have worked from. And there is an application. You need to do the applications after IELTS and everything, and it takes around a 1 month or one to like 2 months, depending on the timeline of the colleges. They send you a admit letter, accept letter of acceptance, the terminology I would say, and then you can start. So
And what's the
I would
cost?
say, so the concept here is pretty much different. The fee structure is divided into number of credits. So now I am doing finance. I did my master's in finance and financial analytics. So I had to take 33 credits, and 33 credits, that is 3 credits per course. So I had to study like 11 courses, and each course is like 3 credits, and per credit cost is $1,000, which was my cost in my what I paid. So even other colleges, the cost varies from 1,000 to 1,200 or 1,300. It's in this range.
Then it is fairly
So
okay only. So how much? Basically 11 subjects you had.
yes, but I got I my one subject was like you can say kind of I got a scholarship. So one subject was waived off, so I had to just
8
do
lakhs
like
or
10
9
subjects.
lakhs is the total course fee then in INR terms then.
Yeah, but there are other courses there are other expenses as well. So like insurance that gets adds up, and insurance is expensive over here. So like 3,000 to 4,000 anywhere the insurance is, and then you have the cost of living. That is also, I would say, expensive. But if you get a GA ship or like a TA ship, it would really help you out in that case.
What
So
does GA-ship, TA-ship mean? It's a scholarship.
so no, it's like graduate assistantship or like teaching
Oh,
assistantship.
okay, okay,
So
okay.
like you can work in the colleges, you can work with the professors, and they will pay you a certain amount, which is like a standard wage rate, but it's almost equivalent that one subject is almost like sets off the, so it's almost like free. So like that. So that's an option, I would say.
And this is like you have to stay in a hostel, or like your husband was settled in Connecticut, so you stay with him and you can attend the college as a day scholar. Or do you have to
So I
necessarily attend
said
hostel?
no, I did not stay in a hostel. I was staying with my husband. And also my other friends, they were staying near the homes in the, like a PG in
Yes,
India,
yes,
like we
yes.
have PG system in India. We have the same over in the US. So they rent the whole house. You can have your friends and, you can pay the rent. So it's like
Ah,
that.
because
So,
hostels would
so
typically be costlier than these kind of PG
it is,
arrangements.
it is really costly. It is really costly. Because
Ah.
hostels, meals, and everything gets included in it. It's really costly. I mean, the hostels are very beautiful, I would say, but also it causes a
And what
burn
is
in
the
your
kind of
pocket.
learning experience in terms of the professor, the curriculum, and there is no ratification there. Everything is case study method.
No, yes, this is the best thing. I was like blown away by this method. I would never imagine something like this could exist because we only used to mug up everything, like right from the section number, subsections, and everything. So the one thing which happened, like which I would consider like a boon to me, was that since I had a background in CA and I had like a lot of knowledge from CA because I had such an in-depth knowledge. Here I had like same, almost like same, I would say, chapters or uh, like for example, we have a SFM, strategic financial management subject in CA finals. Like I used to have, I don't know what's the name right now. And my whole course, like my
It's
whole
still the
study
same.
was based on that. Yeah, so my whole study was based on that single subject. So one course you can say is capital market theory, one course is derivatives, one course was equity. So it was like that, and then there is also data side of it. So I got introduced to Power BI, R programming, like R studio softwares, advanced Excel. So things I didn't even know. So what I liked was we used to have this PPTs. The exams were in form of research papers where they'll give you a topic, but they'll ask you to get data from somewhere. So like Bloomberg or like sets. And then you need to do like financial, depending on the subjects, like financial modeling, or like I had financial econometrics. So it was like regression, correlation. So you need to get the data by yourself. There were like specific question sets which you need to find the answers to. You need to do a research on it. You need to use your own brains. There was no pressure of learning anything. So even if I know the formula and professor is teaching in the class and I would say, this is the formula, right? He would say, you don't need to learn. You just need to understand. The formula is available in the books, in the Google. You can go and refer it. You need to know how to use it, not to learn it. So that was what I learned. You need to know how to use it, where to use it. Mugging does not make sense. All professors were pretty much standard in that thing. Even if a student is learning, they'll say stop learning, you don't need to learn it. And that was such a relief. Even the semesters, when the semesters ended, we did not have exams like we used to have in India, that they'll give you 100 paper marks questions. Now they'll give you 3 hours to write and you need to write. It's not like that. They'll give you a presentation or research paper which is really interesting. It will really make you brainstorm a lot of things. So that is pretty much good. Also the professors are really approachable. If you don't understand a thing in the class, you can go to them. if they are busy or something, you can schedule a Zoom meeting with them and you can talk with them, and it's really good.
And how are students from multiple countries would be studying there? That would be also different experience.
Yeah. So the thing is, there are a lot of Indians over here. So in my case, my school had a lot of Indians. There were students from like Middle East Indians, but majority were Indians. I would say in my class, like 10% were Americans, I would say.
That
Because
is the
there's
kind
also
of.
one reason. No, but there is also one reason that Americans over here do not study that much. I was doing masters, so people here are generally doing like undergraduate and stuff. And also the niche I was in, I was doing financial analytics. So when you speak to a person over here that you are doing financial analytics and that to masters, it's a very big thing. They'll make you feel, oh my god, you are doing something
What are the
really
kind
huge.
of job options that emerge here, Sneha, then after this course?
So the thing is, you will get a lot of options. Like you can get the position for financial analyst, financial manager. You can go in equity. You can do consultancy, financial advising. A lot of options related to finance and accountancy. Luckily, I got my internship during my last semester, and I got it as in like a financial coordinator. But then I moved into financial analyst in the same company. So it was like that.
So you've got a placement already as you have
Yeah,
graduated.
yes. Yes, because I was already doing internship in that company, which I'm presently working on, and they offered me full-time job. So it was really good. I would say
But
I
to
was
ask, what are the kind of salary levels that one can expect after a master's from a typical college like yours? The
so
broad range.
anywhere, yeah, anywhere around $65,000 to $90,000. Or if you're working somewhere else, like in NYC or somewhere else, you can also expect $100,000, depending on your
Oh, that's a
experience,
good
of
good
course.
quantum of money.
Yes. Yes,
Of
like,
course, you
but you need
cannot translate
experience.
into
Not,
an hour.
yeah, yes, yes. But having said that, like, also it depends on the experience, your networks, a lot of factors. So it's like that.
And especially like you have already done CA and also that also somewhere down the line helps because you are like CA final one group, that maturity and that tenacity of purpose is
Yes,
there. So maybe in the US they don't recognize it much.
no. But I in my resume, I do write as an Indian CPA because I don't want to waste a degree or so, whatever I have done it. So I do mention Indian CPA. So when they ask me, I can elaborate them what I am doing, but I do want to mention it. So in my company, they know I was doing something in the similar lines as a CPO over here. So yes,
Your final words of advice to someone who is stuck in CA, not able to figure out क्या चल रहा है, क्यों हो रहा है ऐसा मेरे साथ, and trying to
Mhm.
face these mental health issues that often emerge out of failure. What is your one piece of advice to them as we wrap up this podcast?
uh, I would just like to say life is too short not to take chances. Don't do what I did. I should have taken this decision much earlier. I would suggest setting up timelines. So if you have not cleared or you are not able to clear CA for like say an n number of attempts, you should definitely move on. If it's meant to be, you can definitely pursue it later, but then it's better to move on, do something else. That gives you a better perspective also in life. Sometimes it also happens that you are not meant to be a CA, but you may find success in something else. But
Hmm.
will never know if you will not try to like explore other opportunities as well. So I really regret that I should have started my masters earlier. I would be in a much better position right now. But then it's better, like I'm like thankful that I started. It's
Fantastic.
never late to start.
Very good piece of experience sharing, Sneha. I'm sure that whoever really watches it, specifically, this will add relevance to those who are stuck in CA final exams and not able to look at what lies beyond this wall that they are staring at. So to that extent, I
Yes.
think this particular piece of podcast really helps. Your sharing your experiences in such a frank and open manner is
Yeah.
really amazing. So thank you so
Yeah.
much for sparing time out. Uh, So you are now right
Thank you
now in
so much.
Connecticut?
Yes, I am in Connecticut right now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Cool. Thank you so much, Neha.
Mm,
And I hope
yeah.
we'll connect again. Our paths are going to cross.
Mm,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me,
Mm,
sir. It was
sure.
nice talking to you.